death toll rises.
There were dozens of vehicles just floating away.
Desperate search.
Both out on the water searching for survivors.
Looming deadline.
The White House will be sending letters dictating new tariff rates.
Good morning, I'm Steve Kathan with the CBS World News Roundup. The death toll now tops 80, and dozens are still missing after the catastrophic flooding in Texas, centered on Kerr County outside San Antonio.
People are missing up we don't even know, and all of a sudden they're found, and families and kids, and it's like never ending.
This morning, Camp Mystic along the Guadalupe River said it was mourning the loss of 27 campers and counselors. CBS's Jason Allen has more on the search and the heartbreak.
Hundreds of first responders spread out across the Guadalupe River. They climbed over debris piles, searched mangled cars. Red Camp Mystic looking for kids. Children's summer camps dot the shoreline of the Guadalupe. At Camp Mystic, an all-girls summer camp, the river started running through cabins where children were sleeping. Nearly a dozen 3rd and 4th grade girls are still missing. We're looking for places that they're going to potentially be alive. The flooding ripped through homes and campgrounds where families were staying for the holiday weekend. We're still hoping for the best, but that's all we can do now and pray. Brian Blackford came to the house his family owned, looking for signs of his sister and brother-in-law, Beth and Hutch Brian. They had friends staying with them. Only one escaped.
Pete and Martha made their way, fighting the current around the house. That's when she got swept away.
Amid the heartbreak, incredible stories of survival.
All of a sudden we just hear somebody say, help, help.
Sisters Natalie and Emily Rayford said they spent 20 minutes trying to pinpoint those screams. Then, they said, an 8-year-old girl who had floated 6 miles from Camp Mystic appeared from a pile of debris.
CBS's Janet Shamlian has been learning more about some of the victims.
8-year-old camper Lenny McCown of Austin died in the storm, as did 18-year-old Chloe Childress, a counselor from the Houston area who had just graduated high school, and Camp Mystic's longtime owner, 74-year-old Dick Eastland.
Thank God my granddaughters are okay.
Georgia Congressman Buddy Carter said his 2 grandchildren survived, but their cousin, 9-year-old Jamie Hunt, died. She's related to Kansas City Chiefs owner Clark Hunt.
God has wrapped his arms around her, in our thoughts and prayers with all of those involved.
CBS Evening News anchor Maurice Dubois is on the scene.
As the recovery process begins, many have expressed concern about the lack of early warnings from local and federal authorities. While flood alerts started coming in during the day on Thursday, the first alert warning people to evacuate Kerr County did not come until 4:03 in the morning. Most people obviously in a deep sleep at that point. Some blame the National Weather Service for underestimating the flood risk and for lack of urgent alerts. Others note that Kerr County does not have its own flood warning system.
Now to Washington, CBS's Nancy Cordes says President Trump faces a big week in his trade war with several countries and an August deadline when taxes on imports could go way up, driving up prices.
The president saying about 12 to 15 letters are going to go out to countries beginning today, putting them on notice that if they don't start to finalize their deals with the United States, they're going to be hit with much higher tariffs starting in just 3 weeks. What he's warning them is that the rates would boomerang back to what he announced in the Rose Garden back in April, rates as high as 40 or 50%.
President Trump yesterday called Elon Musk's vow to launch a new political party ridiculous. On X, Musk said the America Party will give people their freedom back. Musk broke with Trump over the big spending bill he signed into law late last week. President Trump meets today with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
The 2 leaders are expected to talk about the recent conflict between Israel and Iran, as well as the ongoing ceasefire negotiations and efforts to free hostages being held by Hamas. President Trump expressed optimism that a deal between Israel and Hamas could be reached this week. Willie James Inman, CBS News, the White House.
4 minutes after the hour.
Well, that's today's news. It's 57 degrees in Fairfield, California. And I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. As always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.